Hi, I'm Suzie Carr, and I'm going to be reading a scene from my recent novel, Uprooting. This is a scene from Ivy's point of view, and this is the first time she meets her love interest, Harper Ray. Andrew's sister Harper was beautiful, with her dark, shiny hair and light complexion. She was also every bit as talented as Andrew had mentioned back in one of his life coaching sessions. From the emotional intensity of her lyrics, Harper suffered from her own version of a gaping hole. That much was apparent. Andrew had briefly mentioned his sister living in Rhode Island with her girlfriend, a woman who didn't appreciate her as much as she deserved. Had her girlfriend broken her heart, as Andrew surmised she eventually would? She commanded that guitar, leading it to magical places. The lyrics had beckoned for the companionship of the worthy acoustic melody she created with her sunburst, shiny guitar. Her words had lodged themselves deep in the pit of Ivy's soul. They transcended the current situation, moving her beyond those four walls. Her song brought Ivy to a place of calm surrender, where truth bridged the gap between restlessness and wonder. Ivy's heart fell in sync with the meaningful lyrics. The music that Harper created in that moment resonated with every fiber of her being. Her soothing voice gripped Ivy and shook her from the shackles of the past year. She put to words everything Ivy couldn't verbalize. The depth of each strum brought to surface hidden emotions that Ivy hadn't even realized she had buried, shining a soft, healing light on them. Led by something outside her realm of understanding, Ivy glided up to Andrew's sister and hugged her once she stopped strumming. Fresh tears rolled down her cheeks and onto Harper's tank top. "I'm so sorry," Ivy pulled away. "I don't know what's come over me. That song, that amazing song, stirred me in ways I can't explain." "Thanks." Harper tucked some loose, dark strands behind her ear and tilted her head. "Are you okay?" Her sincere voice and compassionate eyes brought more tears to the surface. "Yes, I'm just caught off guard a little." Harper wrapped her hand around Ivy's arm. "I've never had someone cry over one of my songs before." Ivy instinctively patted Harper's hand on her arm. It was amazing. They shared a long gaze, then their hands dropped. Synchronicity floated in the air. The song, the woman, Andrew's sister, the event. Ivy's intuition sparkled and raised goosebumps across her skin. She knew that something beyond her comprehension was telling her to pay attention to that moment. The air lightened. The room shone brighter. And despite the stinging of tears in her eyes, a buzz shifted her energy. "I'm Ivy Homestead. I'm at the table over there with the flower essences." She pointed to her crooked table. "I should probably straighten that leg out a little." Harper looped her head through her guitar strap and placed the beautiful instrument on its stand. She extended her hand. "I'm Harper, Harper Ray." "I recognize your name, Ivy. You're the life coach who worked with my brother, Andrew, and his wife, Catalina." When Harper's hand landed in hers, a jolt passed through her. She seemed like a kind soul with good energy. "It's a pleasure." Harper's eyes twinkled as she studied her. "Andrew mentioned you had a way of lifting people." "Thanks for the lift." Harper's bold intensity spiked another jolt in Ivy. "You're welcome." To calm her pounding heart, she turned her attention to Andrew, who was speaking with his parents by the door. "With his awesome glasses, Andrew kind of reminds me of Clark Kent." Harper laughed. "He'd be so mad at you for saying that. But I have to agree, he does have that nerdy look with those glasses." Ivy glanced back at Harper. Well, I should get back to my table and let you play some more. Do you have any requests? Harper asked. Oh, I'm pretty sure that whatever you play is going to move everybody in this place. That's a true sign that you love what you do for a living. Harper folded her hands in her lap. A living. Not exactly. It's more of a hobby until my lucky break happens. The woman deserved to be making a living with the kind of soulful journey she led people through. As the seconds passed between them, Ivy's heart and mind cranked into action, craving to engage with the synchronistic opportunity before her. Do you play many private events? Harper's eyes grew wide like Ivy asked her if she ever traveled to the moon. On occasion, sure. Why, do you have one coming up where you need some help? Ivy's heart skipped gleefully. She did not have any such event, but that wouldn't stop her. I run a retreat center with my mother, and occasionally we entertain our guests with a campfire and acoustic music. We are always on the lookout for entertainment opportunities. You had me at acoustic music. Harper's upper lip curled, and an adorable blush spread across her cheeks. When do you need someone? Ivy latched onto the woman's sudden rise in energy. How about your next available weekend? Well, that would be next weekend. Saturday night? Ivy curtsied. It's a date. The words rushed out without proper filtering. Heat blazed across her tingly skin. Harper pointed to her table. You've got a visitor. Ah, yes. Ivy shook Harper's hand again. We'll catch up after the event, if that works. Harper picked up her guitar. Her arms flexed into a beautiful, subtle, defined line where her triceps met her shoulder. I'll be here. She winked. That wink sent a surprising flutter through Ivy. She stuttered a goodbye before tripping over her foot, turning, and meeting up with her new shopper. Thank you so much for listening in. I hope you enjoyed it.